Was the first man to hear the final bell against Mike Tyson, and he didn't even hit hard compared to most powerful puncher I faced. James Tillis took Mike Tyson the distance and insisted that his power wasn't close to the hardest hitter he ever faced. The American former heavyweight challenger built a 20-0 record to earn his world title shot at WBA champion Mike Weaver in 1981, but was beaten on points. As he tried to rebuild for another championship opportunity, Tillis took on an aging legend in Ernie Shavers. Shavers twice challenged for the heavyweight world title in the 1970s as he took on Muhammad Ali and Larry Holmes, leaving a distinct impression on Ali with his famed punching power. The greatest famously reflected after their fight, "Ernie hit me so hard, it shook my kinfolk back in Africa." Shavers was 37 years old when he met Tillis, but still carried his thunderous power as he bludgeoned him face down in the 9th round. Tillis, to his credit, impressively climbed off the canvas to win a 10-round unanimous decision. However, he was then stopped 3 times between 1982 and 1983 by Pinklon Thomas, Greg Page and Tim Witherspoon. This led to him losing his contender status, and he instead became something of a gatekeeper as between 1984 and 1986, he lost 5 times in 6 fights. The last of these came against Tyson, who at the time was a 19-year-old 19-0, 19 knockouts wrecking machine on course for superstardom. Tillis was expected to fall just like all of Iron Mike's other opponents, however he stubbornly refused to do so. Before the fight, Tillis addressed a stamina issue that had seen him knocked out multiple times previously. He was provided with a new diet by a doctor who identified that he'd been allergic to some of the food he'd been eating. As a result, he was rejuvenated prior to his May 1986 meeting with Tyson and provided the youngster with a hard task. Tillis took Tyson's hardest punches, stood up to them, and fired back with his own. Even when knocked down in round 4, he was up at the count of 2 and battled through all the way to the final bell, becoming the first man to hear it in a pro fight with Tyson. When the decision was read out, Tillis was only a narrow loser on 2 of the judges' scorecards, while one had it wider. Years later, Tillis told Boxing News 24/7, "People ask me about Tyson and Shavers, let me tell you, there's no comparison. None whatsoever. Shavers, he hit so hard he could turn horse pee **** into gasoline. He hit so hard he could bring back tomorrow. Tyson hit like a sissy in comparison. I beat Shavers, and I know I beat Tyson. I wanted a rematch with Tyson real bad, but Shavers? No way. When he hit me and knocked me down, I saw pink mice and rats smoking cigarettes. That fight was the toughest 30 minutes of my life. The Acorn was one bad dude, let me tell you. Against Tyson, with my new diet, I didn't get tired and that boy was in trouble. He never would give me a rematch." Tyson would go on to become the youngest heavyweight world champion in boxing history later that same year, winning the WBC belt with a stunning knockout of Trevor Berbick. Now, at age 58, he is still fighting and set to take on Jake Paul on Friday night. Later in his career, Tillis also provided tests for Frank Bruno, Evander Holyfield and Tommy Morrison, building a remarkable resume of elite heavyweight opponents. Check out all the latest free bets and betting offers.